Improving your quality of life and taking your health to the next level may not be as expensive or complicated as you think. A single beverage consumed before bed could transform your sleep and directly impact your quality of life the next day. Over the next 7 days, we're exploring exactly what happens when you drink beet juice before bed for a full week, and the scientific findings might surprise you. Before we dive into the remarkable research, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss our data-driven health content. Beetroot juice contains concentrated dietary nitrates, which initiate a fascinating physiological process called the enterosalivary nitrite-nitric oxide pathway. This isn't mere speculation. Researchers have been documenting how the natural compounds in beets are converted into nitric oxide within the human body, acting as a potent vasodilator that relaxes and widens blood vessels. This biochemical process forms the foundation for many of the benefits we'll examine today. The question we're addressing is whether strategic timing, specifically consuming beet juice before sleep, amplifies these effects in meaningful ways. Over the next 10 minutes, we'll analyze clinical evidence that reveals how this simple dietary intervention might influence everything from overnight recovery to morning blood pressure readings. Sleep represents a critical period for physiological repair and metabolic regulation, yet many adults experience suboptimal sleep quality and efficiency. The American Heart Association estimates that nearly half of American adults have high blood pressure, which remains elevated throughout the night in many cases, potentially contributing to cardiovascular strain. Nocturnal hypertension presents a particular challenge because traditional interventions aren't specifically timed for overnight efficacy. Similarly, compromised sleep architecture, particularly reduced slow-wave sleep and rapid eye movement sleep, can impair cognitive function and metabolic health. Many individuals seeking natural approaches to these issues turn to dietary solutions, but the timing of nutrient delivery may be just as important as the nutrients themselves. This creates a compelling rationale for examining whether nitrate dosing before sleep can positively influence nocturnal physiology. Beyond cardiovascular concerns, suboptimal overnight recovery affects athletic performance, next-day cognitive function, and overall well-being. The scientific community has been investigating whether targeted nutritional interventions can effectively support the body's innate overnight repair processes. The science behind beet juice's potential benefits begins with its rich nitrate content. When consumed, these nitrates are absorbed through the intestinal wall and enter the bloodstream, where they're taken up by salivary glands and concentrated in saliva. Oral bacteria then convert these nitrates to nitrites, which are subsequently swallowed and absorbed into systemic circulation. Throughout the night, these compounds undergo further reduction to nitric oxide, a signaling molecule with profound vascular effects. This nitric oxide production occurs independently of the endothelial lining, which is particularly significant for individuals with compromised vascular function. This pathway represents an alternative biochemical route for supporting vascular health during the critical overnight recovery period. Research indicates that the nitrite-nitric oxide pathway remains active throughout the night, potentially supporting healthy blood pressure patterns during sleep. A pilot study involving healthy older adults found that beetroot juice supplementation over 28 days significantly increased plasma nitrate levels and decreased both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. Beyond cardiovascular effects, this enhanced nitric oxide availability may improve oxygen delivery to tissues, a particularly relevant mechanism for individuals with compromised respiratory function or athletes seeking recovery advantages. Now, let's examine what specifically happened during a 7-night beet juice intervention based on clinical research. Night 1 typically initiates the biochemical processes, with plasma nitrate levels rising significantly within hours of consumption. By nights 2 and 3, studies document measurable changes in blood pressure parameters. Research published in the Journal of Nutritional Science indicates that the nitric oxide derived from dietary nitrate improves endothelial function and may reduce systolic blood pressure by approximately 4 to 5 millimeters of mercury and diastolic pressure by approximately 2 to 3 millimeters of mercury. Perhaps more remarkably, investigation into sleep quality has revealed fascinating findings. A study involving patients with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, found that beetroot juice consumption before bed reduced wake to N2 transitions and direct wake to REM transitions, hallmarks of disordered sleep. Additionally, researchers observed increased peripheral oxygen saturation during episodes of wake after sleep onset, suggesting improved oxygen delivery throughout the night. This is particularly significant because oxygen desaturation during sleep represents a serious concern for many individuals. As the week progresses, the cumulative effect appears to become more pronounced. By nights 6 and 7, regular nitrate supplementation demonstrates potential to improve vascular function and support healthier blood pressure patterns throughout the sleep cycle. It's important to note that individual responses vary based on factors like baseline health status, the presence of specific oral bacteria required for nitrate conversion, and the dosage of beet juice consumed. After examining the scientific evidence, we can conclude that drinking beet juice before bed for 7 days reduces measurable physiological effects. The most well-documented impact is on blood pressure regulation, with multiple studies confirming statistically significant reductions in both systolic and diastolic measurements. The sleep quality improvements observed in clinical settings, particularly the stabilization of sleep architecture and reduced atypical awakenings, suggest that enhanced nitric oxide availability may support more consolidated restorative sleep. This appears especially relevant for individuals with compromised respiratory function or oxygen desaturation during sleep. However, it's crucial to acknowledge potential considerations. Bacteria, a harmless pink or red discoloration of urine, is frequently reported. Those with a history of kidney stones should exercise caution due to beet's oxalate content, and individuals taking blood pressure medications should consult healthcare providers before combining therapies. The current evidence, while promising, indicates that beet juice supplementation should be viewed as complementary to, rather than replacement for, established health interventions. The optimal dosage, based on available research, appears to be approximately 250 milliliters of beetroot juice daily, providing roughly 6.2 millimole of nitrate. If you found this scientific exploration valuable, we encourage you to share your experiences in the comments below. Have you tried beet juice supplementation before bed? What effects did you notice? For more evidence-based health content, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Remember to consult with a healthcare professional before making significant changes to your diet or supplement regimen, especially if you have pre-existing health conditions or take medication.